Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to talk about the current mess that is happening with the Alliance War seasons, what are my thoughts on compensation, what Kabam should do. Obviously it all started with the extended maintenance. The downtime game was down for like what, 5-7 hours, something like that, and that resulted in alliances not being able to finish Alliance Quest, which sucks, which is a big deal in itself, but that would not be the biggest issue. It also resulted in alliances not being able to finish Alliance War, which is kind of huge when you put it in context of an entire Alliance War season, spanning over a course of 12 wars or whole calendar month. And obviously, as a consequence of the downtime, there were also some alliances who were unable to enlist in the war. That resulted in them missing a war, which is basically equivalent of losing some 6-7 wars in a row. So that's a huge point loss and greatly pretty much destroys your Alliance War season. And then there also appeared to be some buys given to some alliances, and then some alliances being unenlisted, even though you already had enlisted, it just didn't register that and didn't find you an opponent. And that has been happening for like last 2 wars, and the end result of that is that the integrity of Alliance War seasons has been completely destroyed as of right now, because there is not a single solution in order to sort out this problem and finish off the Alliance War season in kind of acceptable manner. Because there have been alliances that have been continuing to fight as normal, facing off opponents, burning their potions, investing their time, using their boosts, and they have put in all this effort towards carrying on. There are alliances who have been getting points for free without even fighting, and then there are alliances who haven't even been given a chance to fight and basically get dropped hundreds and hundreds positions down the tiers, down the rankings, to undeservedly low finish in Alliance War season. Now, there are some ideas how to fix. Unfortunately, I do not think that there is a single scenario where you can satisfy everybody. One of the most popular ideas that is gaining some sort of traction is that Kabam should simply draw a line at the 6 war mark before the issue started and just award season rewards such as they were at any given point then and there, which I believe would still infuriate a large portion of player base, because if you had a tough start, if you had a couple of tough matchups and you started off with losses, and especially if that is one of the alliances that kind of carried on fighting and improved their position, and if your alliance is like a tier above or a bracket above right now than what you guys were at the 6 war mark, obviously you're not going to be happy with that solution, because you fought, you used your resources, and even if your resources could get refunded, or even if you get some sort of compensation in forms of boosts, alliance potions, revives, stuff like that, it's still the effort, it's still the knowledge that you clawed your way back up from your previous position to where you are right now, and then all of that simply being taken away from you. Then that would simply mean that there is huge groups of unhappy people who worked for something, who put in the effort, who put in the potions, and who kind of already achieved where they thought they're getting, and then because of Kabam they would get penalized and they would get dropped down to wherever they were after 6 wars. And additionally, if you let the season carry on, then also obviously any alliance that did get to miss out a war or lose a war because of the downtime would be put in a bad situation, because at no fault of their own, they basically get a lot less rewards. So this is extremely complex issue. And the reason why I didn't make a video about it earlier, up until pretty much directly asked, hey, why aren't you talking about this? Like, it's a big problem. Yes, it is a big problem, but I do not have a solution that I believe would satisfy everybody, because I don't think it is possible to kind of investigate all these hundreds of thousands individual situations and act accordingly. Even in case, as we mentioned, you cut the Alliance War seasons at 6 war mark, there will be plenty of people unhappy about it. And then if you do that, what do you do with the revives, the potions? Can you somehow track how much each count used, or you just send out a set package to everybody? If your alliance did not war in that period, do you get these potions or do you not get these potions? And then if your alliance did war in that period, but let's say you used absolutely nothing, why should you get them? And there are just so many different things. And at this point, no, you cannot fix this appropriately. Alliance war, Alliance quest mishap as well is massive, because of the downtime. All alliances, well, first of all, there are part of alliances who did not get to finish the Alliance quest maps, which means they immediately get lower rankings due to Kabam, not to their own fault. So that's one issue. Second issue is because of the downtime, you had a lot less time to start the Alliance quest, which inconvenienced a lot of people, and I'm sure there are a lot of alliances that are unable to finish the last day of Alliance quest, even with 30-minute timers, and that's like an entire issue in itself. And once again, there is no set easy solution. Somebody said, just give every alliance the rewards they earned last week plus whatever they earned this week. But again, it does not put everybody on equal playing field. If, for instance, your alliance last week made a mistake, ranked lower, then this mistake kind of keeps carrying on, especially since last week was also a messed up week where Kabam once again messed up, allowed many alliances to start day 6 rank higher than they normally would, and then they would again kind of get extra rewards. And there is just so much of mess in the game. And yeah, once again, I'm not I don't know where to start realistically to propose a fair solution. And in my mind, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it will be possible for Kabam to do anything to make everybody happy. So Kabam will basically have to go down one of the two routes. Either they will employ kind of fairly typical approach of sending out minimum compensation, fully accepting the fact that there is going to be hundreds of thousands of people pissed off at them, like they are every other week pretty much, and just brush it off as business as normal, suck it up and move on, which is obviously the worst case scenario for us as players. But I wholeheartedly can see them doing that, just because even if they put out a generous compensation package or work out some elaborate plan, it will not satisfy everybody. There's always going to be a portion of players who are pissed off. Seemingly only way to keep majority of the players happy at this point is just to be extremely generous with their compensation package. And if they do that, if they award like full-on, I don't know, Master Season rewards to every alliance and full-on top 10 AQ rewards to every alliance, in addition of a lot of potions, alliance potions, boosts, units, stuff like that, you know, the dream package, the dream team, the kind of VIP treatment stuff, then there will still be people who complain about them because people are jealous bastards. And if your alliance happened to be the one who got kind of scot-free throughout all of these issues and ended up ranking higher and ended up having more Alliance quest rewards and still get the compensation, then the people who got shafted by these issues will be pissed off at the people who didn't, and vice versa. If you only send this generous compensation to the alliances that got shafted hard, and if the alliance was fine, don't send them anything, then obviously they will be pissed off because they had to work for their rewards, which could arguably be worse for people who did not play or earn them. And yeah, so once again, there is no simple solution to make everybody happy. I do not honestly at this point know, or I don't really have a solid advice for Kabam what they should do. I'm sure you guys might have some ideas, but I can 100% guarantee you that every single one of them will have their flaws and will find a group of players who do not like it, who disagree with it. And this largely has been a video about nothing more so than just explaining me why I hadn't made a video about this earlier. Just because there is nothing at this point you can do, I think. It could have been solved if they simply cut off all team activity at the point of the maintenance and then resumed it later, or cut it off where it was or whatever. But at this point, since the game has progressed further, there is no way to rewind it. There is no way to compensate everybody fairly. And we as players can just hope that Kabam is gonna try to get as close as they possibly can to a fair resolution. Whether that can potentially happen, I don't think so. I'll believe it when I see it, but with their recent track record in organizing the events, rewarding the players, sorting out issues, bugs, or just in general dealing with player base, don't hold your hopes up, guys. But yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video, I think, guys. Sorry I didn't have a better one for you. I wish I would have some 73-step genius, I don't know, pitch perfect plan to sort out everybody's problems, but no such thing as it exists. No matter what I could potentially come up with, saying this and that should happen, and this is how the compensation should look like, there's still going to be some party who benefits from it more than the other one. And yeah, it sucks. So that will do for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, but do let me know if you have any great suggestions. Leave them in comment section. I promise I'll do my best to read all of them. And other than that, that is it for today, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.